Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers living worldwide, and a hearty Shalom to the believers out there who's believing on the words of Yahweh by Shai in truth and sincerity. They're coming to you another lesson. The title of this lesson is what is contact tracing? Alright, and this is nothing more than one of Esau's unrighteous decrees, one of his things that he framed mischief by law. Alright, he's going to use this to track down and persecute people who he deemed has symptoms of a so-called COVID-19 virus, right? So, what is contact tracing? I have a couple articles that we might get into, but I also have a video that I want to show that describes contact tracing. All right. Go back. I want to show you something. Alright, so basically they can fabricate saying that someone has a COVID-19 and then use different ways of technology of tracking down, any additional cases. Alright. The example they're using on here is for Ebola, right? But the same thing applies with this so-called novel COVID-19 virus, right? So this says they're going to be tracking these people down for testing, care, and isolation, right? Until there is a confirmed diagnosis. So what does that sound like? Indefinite quarantine, which is your FEMA camps, all right? This is what Esau does. He's a subtle beast, man. All right, he's the serpent. All right, we read about that serpent in Genesis 3. All right, more subtle than any beast of the field. All right, he does things gradually. He doesn't. He does it to the point where you're not in a panic, the way you're accepting of his new world order. All right. I read a little information where they said that COVID-19 lasts up to 15 days on any surface, right? How can a virus survive outside the Bible? It's like outside of the body for any period of time, all right? This is something that Esau's using to make mass hysteria so he can try and implement his new world order, right? To cause the dollar to crash, bringing in the cashless society, which in turn will bring in the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. All right, this is what this devil is planning. And this is just one of his tools that he's going to use, contact tracing. See that? So from that point, his whoever immediate family, then their immediate family, and whoever they've been associated with. All right, this is how Esau is going to be using to round up Jake, man. All right, keep in mind that the new face of COVID-19 is who? You so-called African Americans, you so-called Native Americans, you so-called Hispanics. All right. Says the process will continue until all potential cases are identified. All right. All right, that's the end of the video. Now, let's get these articles right quick. All right. This first one is from Healthy healthy.wa.gov.au, right? Says contact tracing. If you have certain type of infections or diseases, you could pass them to other people that you have come in contact with, right? Says some infections such as sexually transmitted infections, blood-borne viruses, or other diseases like meningitis, I believe, disease and tuberculosis are especially serious, right? Contact tracing is the process by which any people contacts you may have passed a serious infection, right, onto are identified, diagnosed, and then treated. This process stops infections and diseases spreading further through the community, right? So who's the face now of COVID-19? Well, it's you so-called African Americans, you so-called Latinos, and you so-called Native Americans, man. All right, Esau is using subtlety to quarantine off Jake. All right, and that's all I'm gonna get out this article. I want to go to this one right here. All right, it says we may need 300,000 contact tracers to defeat COVID-19. We have 2,200, and guess what, man? You know Esau is itching to get his hands on Jake, man. All right, he's going to volunteer to track you down. All right, and this article was written April 14th, 2020, year of prophecy. All right, as you see, the red devil, right, says Robert Redfield, director of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, speaks during Coronavirus Task Force news conference at the White House in Washington, D.C. on Wednesday, right? Says as Americans anxiously wait news of when they can emerge from their 4-meter wide personal space bubbles and go back to something resembling normal life, public health experts are working furiously to determine essential steps to get us there safely. And the consensus is emerging that the key among those steps is recruiting a massive number of people to perform contact tracing. You see that? All right. It says it's going to be critical. Director Robert Redfield of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control told NPR in an interview late last week. Scaled up contact tracing along with increased testing, right, is needed to make sure that when we open up for good. All right, and that's what this devil gonna do, man. He's gonna make the Israelites, the face of this virus. He's gonna quarantine you off at the FEMA camps, man. All right, and they gonna try and inject you with this damn so-called antidote, so-called vaccine. All right, and what? Really just kill you, Jake. All right, And let's get some scriptures. All right, because this is Yahweh Shai working on the left hand side. Let's go to Isaiah. Matter of fact, before we do that, let's go to Deuteronomy 32. Let's prove that it's the Most High, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, working on both sides, right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. All right, so it's Yahweh Shai who's doing this. All right, for I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to mine enemies and will reward them that hate me. Yeah, 2/3 of Israel hate Yahweh Shai. All right, and he's going to render his vengeance on them because they're his enemies. All right, they're his enemies on this side because they don't want to hearken and listen to the words of Yahweh Shai. All right. All right, Salakia. So it's the Most High that controls everything. All right. So let's go to Isaiah. All right. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Right? So this is an unrighteous decree. This is a Draconian law that Esau is trying to implement. All right? To further persecute the children of Israel, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Right? And what will ye do in the day of visitation, in the desolation which shall come from afar? Right? It shall come from far. To whom will ye flee for help? And where will ye leave your own glory? So Yahweh Shai is asking them a question, man. Who you gonna go to for help when he sends Yahweh Shalaki, when he sends Yahweh Shai back? Alright? These devils have always framed mischief by law. Alright, let's go to the book of Psalms. And this contact tracing is just another tool that Esau is going to use. Alright? This guy said we need to ramp up hiring of people who can do this contact tracing. Right? This is Psalms 94 and verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frame of mischief by law? Yeah, they frame mischief by law, man. Alright? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. Yeah, they're going to say that somebody has COVID-19 just to get to certain men. All right? Just to establish a pattern of where they can quarantine some certain people off. Right? But the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is my defense and my power, is the rock of my refuge. Right? So the men of the Lord, if it's not written in your story to be taken to those female care, guess what? Yahweh Shai is going to be your defense. Alright? It's not your lot. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness. Yeah, the Lord, Yahweh Shai, our power shall cut them off. Yeah. Alright? When Esau trying to crown his achievement, guess what? Yahweh Shai is going to take this man out the way. Alright? Let's go to Psalms, stay in the book of Psalms, chapter 73, and verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. Yeah, their strength is firm. They're established right now. All right? People don't believe this man can be taken down. All right? Let's read this again. For I was envious at the foolish. And yeah, Jake is envious at Esau right now, wondering how can he still be on top doing all this wickedness. And that's 2/3 of our people wanted to be like him. They're envious of the at the foolish, right? when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Yeah. And our people want to be just like Esau, 2/3 of our people. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment, right? And that's what is going to happen, man. It's going to be total violence when this contact tracing wraps up, man. All right? Which is going to bring on what? Martial law, all right? And all the things that's prophesied in the Bible to come to pass, all right? Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Yeah. All right. These things that they really don't care about the condition of Jake. So they speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. Yeah, these devils speak loftily. They're very high-minded. They think that they're the Most High. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. How is their tongue walking through the earth? Because they're able to establish these draconian laws. All right? It's contact tracing. What it's going to use to round up you Jakes, man, and put you in FEMA camps. These concentration camps. All right? This devil exalts himself above all that is called Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. In fact, let's get there. Let's go to Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, right? Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Yeah, man. That's what this devil is trying to do. He's trying to establish his new world order so he can be what? Like the Most High. But he's going to be taken down. All right? Thus said Yahweh Bashar. All right? And that's part of it is this contact tracing. All right? You want to know what whereabouts you are, who you had contact with, who they had contact with, where they live, what's their number. All right? This is all part of Esau's so-called master plan to take out the children of Israel. All right? But Yahweh Shah is going to throw this man down. Let's go to Isaiah 14. All right? It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 5. The Lord, Yahweh Shah, have broken the staff of the wicked. Yeah, they have no more legs to stand on. And the scepter of the rulers. Yeah, and their power structure is crumbling right before our eyes. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger. He persecuted and none hindered. Yeah, man. This devil has been in power for so long, he's able to write these grievous decrees where everyone has to follow it, man. Why do you think that the world shut down over COVID-19, man? Scriptures tell you that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth in singing. Yeah, that's what's going to be when this devil is taken out the way. All right? Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no fella is come up against us. Yeah, man. All right? Esau only words about money, man. All right? This is what he covets, right? Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. Yeah, this lower state, this persecution is coming on Esau it's coming fast. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they that speak and say unto thee, art thou also weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Yeah, man. All right, Esau is going to try and establish his so-called godhood, right? And guess what? He's going to be thrown down. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, And the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. Yeah, what covers you, man? When those worms cover you, where's the dead body, man? Esau is out of here. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Lucifer just means light bearer. All right, the wicked elite is the light bearers of this world. That's why they can institute unrighteous decrees like COVID-19 contact tracing, right? It says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. Yeah, they really believe they're going to be like the Most High. All right? I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High. I will sit upon the mount of the congregation. Who is that congregation? Guess what? That congregation is the Israelites. All right? In the sides of the north. Right? I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. That's what these devils really trying to do, man. All right? Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Yeah, they're going to be put in a low condition. They're going to go back into being that base man that they are, right? They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms? How he made the earth to tremble with those it's like with those nuclear missiles. All right, that's how he made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed cities thereof. That opened not the house of his prisoners, right? All the kings of the nations, even all them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, they go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden of the feet. And that's what's left for Esau, man. All right? And this contact tracing is just another draconian law for Esau to implement. All right? He's trying to use this to persecute the children of Israel. All right? That's going to be it for the lesson. Lord willing, it's been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Much respect to the brothers laboring worldwide. And a hearty shalom and salutation to the believers out there who's believing on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, in truth and sincerity. Coming at you with another lesson, Lord willing. Till the next time I say shalom.